Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we took a first round overall picks from 2023 up to 2006. There are some huge names and also some disappointments. For example, Connor Bedard is probably one of the biggest prospects in NHL and there is a lot of pressure for this guy. We also have Connor McDavid, Auston Matthews, Taylor Hall and Patrick Kane. But there are also some names like Nail Yakupo, who probably is one of the biggest disappointments in recent years. There was no any goaltender, so we went and took Marc-Andre Fleury, who was first round overall back in 2003, drafted by Pittsburgh Penguins, and Rick DiPietro, who was also first round first overall back in 2000 and drafted by New York Islanders. We'll put all these players in one team, we will simulate on the highest difficulty, and I want to see how good are these superstars and can they win us a Stanley Cup. Let's have a quick look on the team we put together and also talk about the stats for all these players. Auston Matthews was being drafted by Toronto Maple Leafs back in 2006. So far in 481 games, he have 299 goals and 243 assists. Connor McDavid is currently one of the best players, if not the best player in NHL. He was drafted by Edmonton Oilers back in 2015. In 569 games, Connor McDavid have 303 goals and 547 assists. I think this is really incredible stats, and I think he will be a big asset in our team. Next one in our team will be Patrick Kane, drafted by Chicago Blackhawks back in 2007. In 1,180 games, Patrick Kane have 451 goals and 786 assists. Jack Hughes was drafted by New Jersey Devils in 2019. In 244 games, Jack Hughes have 87 goals and 120 assists. I still cannot get over that he's a New Jersey Devils, not New York Rangers, but now we have to live with Capo Caco and see how that goes. Nathan MacKinnon is one of the league's superstars, drafted by Colorado Avalanche back in 2013. 709 games, Nathan MacKinnon have 284 goals and 475 assists. Back in 2012, Edmonton Oilers drafted Nail Yakupo as a first overall and was hoping he will help their franchise. Unfortunately, in 350 NHL career games, he only scored 62 goals and have 74 assists. Now he's not playing in NHL anymore and he left and he's now playing back in Russia. Another first rounder in Edmonton Oilers, this time in 2011, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. In 801 games, he have 233 goals and 399 assists. He's still playing in Edmonton Oilers and actually doing pretty great. One of my favorite players in the league, Steven Stamkos, drafted by Tampa Bay Lightning in 2008. In 1,003 games, Steven Stamkos have 515 goals and 541 assists. He's averaging more than a point in a game, and I think he still will at least have a few years in him, so maybe he will manage to win another Stanley Cup with Tampa Bay Lightning. Next guy in our team is Nico Hischier, drafted by New Jersey Devils in 2017. So far, Nico Hischier have 109 goals and 177 assists in 381 games. Next guy in our lineup is Alexis Lafreniere, drafted by New York Rangers in 2020. He's probably one of the biggest names when we talk about the disappointments and the expectations, because he is far performing from what was expected. In 216 games, he only have 47 goals and 44 assists. In my opinion, he will be traded to another team very soon because Rangers cannot afford another year where we are giving him a chance and he's not performing. The next superstar in our team is Connor Bedard, drafted by Chicago Blackhawks in 2023. He didn't play the single NHL game yet, so that's why there is no any stats, but in his last season, he ended up with 100 points, 51 goals and 49 assists in only 62 games. Probably that's one of the reasons why he's the first overall pick and also why everyone is expecting him to be better than Connor McDavid. Another guy I believe is not playing up to the expectations is Juraj Slafkovsky, drafted in 2022 by Montreal Canadiens. He only played 39 games in NHL, have 4 goals and 6 assists. He was being sent down to the minors and that's where he's currently playing. Hopefully Montreal Canadiens will give him another chance next season and he will manage to step up. Now let's talk about our defense. Rasmus Dahlin, drafted by Buffalo Sabres in 2018. I was very skeptical when Buffalo Sabres drafted him, and I was thinking he will not be the player he currently is. You can see every season he's stepping up more and more. In 355 games, he managed to have 46 goals and 187 assists. As he is a defenseman, obviously we are not expecting him to score and have a lot of assists, but he's playing very physical and I think he for sure will stay in Buffalo Sabres for a long time. Aaron Ekblad, drafted by Florida Panthers in 2014. In 625 games, he have 111 goals and 218 assists. He's making a huge impact to Florida Panthers every single day. He's even called as an Iron Man because he's just always there and always supporting their team. Another great defenseman drafted by Buffalo Sabres in 2021, Owen Power. In 87 games, he has 6 goals and 32 assists. You can see that Buffalo Sabres are really putting trust in him and letting him play. Last season for him was incredible, and I think next season he will even be better. Him and Dahlin will make a huge impact to the Buffalo Sabres franchise in the future. The next guy in our defense is Erik Johansson, drafted by St. Louis Blues in 2006. In my opinion, he didn't meet the expectations, and that's the reason why he was being traded to Colorado Avalanche in 2010. 920 games, he have 88 goals and 249 assists. For a first round overall, you really expect him to score more, or at least create those moments. I understand it's a defenseman and you are not really expecting them to score, but in 920 games, you should deliver more. The next one in our defense pair will be John Tavares. I know he's not a defenseman, but we was really running out of defensemen, so I need to use who I can. Was drafted by New York Islanders in 2009. He actually had some good seasons there, but he decided he want to win a Stanley Cup, so he moved to Toronto Maple Leafs. Did it really end up very well? That's for you to decide. In 1,029 games, John Tavares have 427 goals and 548 assists. Not a really bad performance at all. He's not averaging a point per game, but he's still performing very good. Another great player who today will play defense is Taylor Hall. Drafted by Edmonton Oilers in 2010. In 822 games, he have 264 goals and 429 assists. I actually think he's a very underrated player. You just need to give him a chance. He did change his teams quite a lot, and I think his probably best seasons was with New Jersey Devils, but again, they couldn't win a Stanley Cup, and he decided he want to move to the teams who can. He changed the teams to Arizona, Buffalo, Boston, and now he will be playing for Chicago Blackhawks. Our starting goaltender will be Marc-Andre Fleury, drafted by Pittsburgh Penguins in 2003. He started 959 games and won 544 of them. 315, unfortunately he lost, but I think with all the Stanley Cups he won with Pittsburgh Penguins, there is really nothing to be mad about. And our backup goaltender will be Rick DiPietro, drafted by New York Islanders in 2000s. In 309 games he started, he only won 130 and lost 136. That's probably one of the reasons he's not playing in NHL anymore. The team I created will play in Pacific Division and we will be replacing Seattle Krakens. We simulated the games up to the end of December 2022. Nathan MacKinnon is leading the team with 34 points, with Aston Matthews following with 33, Patrick Kane with 30 and McDavid with 30 as well. At this point, Nashville's first overall are 19, 11 and 4. If the playoffs would start today, we will be in that spot. If we check the entire league, the Nashville first overalls are in the 12th place. And the Nashville's first overalls ended with a record 50, 25 and 7. We ended in the first place in our division and in the second place in the entire league. Above us is only New Jersey Devils. Aston Matthews is leading our team with 85 points, 32 goals and 53 assists. Patrick Kane have 82 points, 36 goals and 46 assists. Nathan MacKinnon with 92 points and McDavid with 79. And McDavid really don't like to play with these guys because he is used to be a superstar. When he's surrounded with so many other superstars, he's not performing as good. It's very interesting to see that Nail Yakupov ended his season with 48 points, 7 goals and 41 assists. Also nice to see that Dahlin ended his season with 50 points, 39 assists and 11 goals. Not a surprise at all to see Lafreniere with 21 points in regular season. That obviously in this game is only 80 overall, so I was not really expecting anything more. Just wanted to see how my Taylor Hall and John Tavares was doing in defense. They ended up the season with 10 and 9 points. Actually, I was expecting it to be worse. Both of them, they don't play defense, so it's actually nice to see that they did manage to score something there. If we check the goaltenders, Marc-Andre Fleury won 42 games out of 67, when DiPietro won 8 games out of 19. In the playoffs, Nashville's first overalls will be facing Vancouver Canucks. Really devastated to see Nashville first overalls didn't make the second round. Vancouver Canucks in the second round was playing Edmonton Oilers, where they won and actually moved to the conference finals. In conference finals, they also won Calgary Flames when they met the Boston Bruins in the finals. Unfortunately, Boston Bruins swapped them and Boston Bruins are our Stanley Cup champions. In the playoffs, Connor Bedard was our best player. In 5 games, he had 3 points, all of them were goals. John Tavares also have 2 goals and 1 assist. Actually phenomenal to see considering he's playing defense. We didn't make the second round, I decided to use the same team and try it again. We have the best possible team in the NHL, so I don't see any reasons why we couldn't make the playoffs. Once again, Nashville first overall team had incredible season, 56, 18 and 8. We ended the first place in our division and also in the first place in the entire league. From 82 games, we won 56. That's actually very good and incredible. Connor McDavid is leading the team with 106 points, 41 goals and 65 assists, following with Patrick Kane with 93 points, 40 goals and 53 assists. Aston Matthews had 87 points, 32 goals and 55 assists. MacKinnon is also on the list, same about Stamkos, Hughes and Dahlin. Yakupov had a much better season, 45 points, 9 goals and 36 assists. Also, Bedard is stepping up, 26 points, 13 goals and 13 assists. As already predicted, Slafkovsky, quite a big disappointment, only 14 points, 3 goals and 11 assists. Marc-Andre Fleury had a much better season, won 48 games out of 70, and Di Pietro won 9 games out of 18, and his save percentage is 90. In the first round of the playoffs, Nashville's first rounders will be facing Vegas Golden Knights. Nashville's first rounders are moving to the second round. We swept Vegas Golden Knights, and in the second round we will be facing Vancouver Canucks. The best player in the playoffs currently is Rasmus Dahlin with 12 points, 1 goal and 11 assists. Patrick Kane have 11 points, 6 goals and 5 assists. McKinnon 10, McDavid 7. And we are moving to the conference finals. Nashville's first rounders will be facing Dallas Stars. We already accidentally simulated one game, so Dallas currently have the lead. And with our second season, Nashville first rounders are moving to the Stanley Cup Finals. We will be facing Tampa Bay Lightning. And we swept the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Nashville first rounders are your Stanley Cup champions. Patrick Kane was leading our team in the playoffs with 25 points, McKinnon with 21, McDavid with 21, Matthews with 20, Dahlin with 20. It's actually incredible to see Dahlin so high with these guys. Even Jakupo managed to have 11 points in 18 games. We won Stanley Cup. We also won the President's Trophy, Clarence Campbell's Ball. Connor McDavid from Nashville's first rounders won the Art Ross Trophy, Hart Memorial Trophy. Patrick Kane won Lady Byng Memorial Trophy. Dahlin won the Conn Smythe Trophy. Quite sad to see that we didn't win the Vezina Trophy. In general, it proves the point, all these guys deserve to be a first rounder, some of them a little bit more, some of them maybe not, maybe some were drafted in the wrong teams, but I think in general they all have a huge potential and can perform at the highest level. I hope you enjoyed this video, have a good one and see you next time.